Hey, crazy-eyed Jimmy. Thanks for being on my show tonight, buddy. Appreciate it. Greetings, fellow and future star citizens, and welcome to what was going to be a very fancy episode, the last episode of the year, and lo and behold, I didn't get a Skype call. So tonight, my host is going to be Crazy-eyed Jimmy. Say hi, Crazy-eyed Jimmy. Hi, everybody. It's nice. That's nice. Thank you for joining. So, guys, I have dressed up. Look, I put a bow tie on. Tonight, we were supposed to have Bzerker01. You guys might know him. He's a really good Star Citizen streamer. Really is. And he's fancy. He always wears a tie and a vest. I believe he was on StarCast tonight. I've done StarCast with him a lot. We've talked quite a bit in the past couple weeks about him being on the show and talking about the ups and downs of streaming Star Citizen, what makes it difficult and whatnot. Got home from work and guess what? No Bzerker. So I don't know if he could have possibly gotten, I don't know, maybe fell asleep, got ill in a car accident. Tornado might have hit his house. I don't know. But Berserker, when you rewatch this cast, I want you to know that I hate you. This much. Well, maybe this much. Okay, maybe this much. But still, it's there. The hatred is there. You dapper son of a bitch, you. So, guys, tonight we're going to be flying solo. I'm not going to not do the show just because Berserker, I don't know. Maybe he met a hot chick and went on a date to Vegas and got married. I don't know. Or maybe he just hates me too. That's a very possibility. I don't know. So, what's up, Thorfinn? Fart Cart? Unengineer? How you doing, buddy? Sir Thorfinn? Yes, Mr. Jenkins, I do have a bow tie. And it is glorious. Geo was hammered on StarCast. So there's a good chance he may not be capable of doing the show. And also, there are other people I could have called, but I was at, it's one of those last-minute things. So it's hard to get people set up, get on camera, get them on the stream and stuff like that. So you know how it is. And yeah, bailing at the last minute. It happened when Nighthawk redid the show the very next week that he was on previously, was because I had another guy lined up and he bailed on me too. But it's the nature of the game, I guess, So yeah, I heard Thorfinn. I heard Geo was absolutely hilarious tonight. I missed it. I was at work again, and I got to go to work tomorrow. I cannot let this show run real late. Tomorrow morning, I need to get up with my wife, and we're going to be wrapping Christmas presents. So, got to keep that in mind. But tonight, the show is brought to us again by Yingling. If you're drinking anything, let me know. Yes, new hat, Vengeful. Who asked that? Unengineer. Yes. A new hat. I did it because it matches the bow tie and the shirt. I had this whole get up all done up so I could try to one up Berserker and look, fancy like he does. I'll just be fancy by myself. I'm fine with that. Me and Crazy-eyed Jimmy, right? Yes. Fantastic, Jimmy. You're looking good tonight, by the way. I like the new glasses, man. Speaking of, I guess I should put mine on so I can actually read the chat and see who's talking to me. This whole last minute thing just sucks. Thank you, Daff. The family is wonderful. The new beanie is a creation I did this morning. I stitched it up. I actually put the needle through my finger. You can see? I sacrificed for this show, guys. And look. Match. See? I got the white and black theme going. Guinness tonight. Viscount. I would love to have some Guinness tonight. I haven't had a chance to go by the store. This is actually my Yingling is actually my reserve beer. I have a refrigerator out. Terrible username. Thank you. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate the donation. All donations go straight to improving the stream and paying maybe a guest to actually show up. Bzerker. I hope he messages me right in the middle of the show and goes, "Oh my God, I fell asleep." I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm falling asleep too. Ugh. But I won't really. I'm not going to fall asleep. But anyway, guys, so Yingling is not bad, Silverlight. Yingling is amazing, especially black and tan. This is the black and tan Yingling. It's absolutely fantastic. For me, it's a light beer. Very easy drinking, no worry about hangover, and it's also America's oldest brewery, so, America. Go America. As you can see, the background, no fish tank. Oh, hey, Mr. Rye Glitch. Yeah, I could. I have sent him a direct message on quite a few fast cart. So don't know. It's okay. Like I said, I got Crazy Jimmy over here. He's fantastic. Rye, like I said, I could set someone up, but I had to crank Skype back up. I'd have to set the audio up. I had to set the camera back up. Everything's shut off now. I got mad. I just shut everything off. I'm kind of pitching a fit. It's the last show. You know what I didn't even do? I didn't even get my Patreon giveaway set up.
I'll be in my bunk.
Who's that? LT Jenkins. You're the best, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you, guys. And like I was saying earlier, everything goes towards improving the stream. I'm really close now to upgrading my PC, and it shouldn't be long at all now. And I should have case, motherboard, power supply, and processor. And once I have that, I'll transfer my video card over and my RAM, and I'll put my old RAM back in this box that I have here. Throw a capture card in it, and I can 2-box stream, and I can actually start playing the game on stream. I cannot wait. Vengeful is drinking Daggerade? Is that like Gatorade? Daggerade? Oh, yes. A friend has a kegerator. Silverlight, I would love to have a kegerator, but I'm married. Married men don't get kegerators. Sergeant Jockich? Holy shit, Sergeant Jockich. This is Captain, Mr. Crazy Eyes, Jimmy Crazy Eyes, Crazy Eye Jimmy. He's my guest for tonight because my actual guest bailed on me. But that's okay. Bzerker, I still love you. I know there's got to be a good reason. Bzerker's a great guy. There is a reason why he did not show up tonight. So I'm going to go to the random name picker real quick. And we are going to do the December Patreon ship giveaway for December. It's the last giveaway on the old system. If you are a patron, make sure you go onto the Patreon page and hit edit patronage. And you don't have to change the amount you're donating. You just need to put yourself into a prize tier. There are 3, 4, maybe 5 prize tiers now, and it gives you more chances to win per month. And we're going to be doing the new system starting in January. January will be the new system. Can you show us the Freelancer? You damn right I can. I am set up for that. That's what tonight's all about. Freelancer hype, guys. There's a lot of changes in 2.1, and I could give a shit about any of them. The only thing I give a shit about is the Freelancer. I hate to be that way. I know there's probably some other cool stuff that got into 2.1. I don't care. I'm telling you right now. And maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I am a total Freelancer fan. So we're going to possibly show this. Possibly not. Oh God, don't. Why are you doing this to me? My fish tank works. Now my window capture does not work. Guys, I apologize. Here we go. Here's our random name picker. Let me drop this down. I do have my hotkeys pretty memorized now, thank goodness. So here's our random name picker, and I'm going to put in all the patrons that were in for December. Now, once we do this ship, this is going to be for a standalone Mustang Alpha, and I'm sorry, I'm reading chat. I can't talk and read chat. I'm very focused right now. I need to be focused. Once we do this last drawing, the next drawing is going to be on the new system. Make sure you change your patronage this month, please. It puts you into a prize category. Very important. We are going to come over here. No, don't show me more. I need to pick a random name. So the random winner is underscore. You lucky son of a gun, you. Mr. Underscore, you have won yourself a Mustang Alpha. Congratulations, buddy. And I know a lot of people are going to be saying, hack. You saw it live. Live and direct. So there is no cheating about it. Congratulations, underscore. You are the new winner. The new winner. You're the winner of the brand new Mustang Alpha. So send me your email address in Discord if you don't mind, underscore, and I'll send that out after the show. So, real quick, the ups and downs of streaming Star Citizen, because I actually have talked to a lot of streamers, and we're only going to go over this for a few minutes. It's amazing how some of these guys have stuck with it as long as they did. Prime example, and I think almost the best example, is WTFosaurus. Has streamed Star Citizen, I think, almost every single day for over 400 days. And it's a game that, for the first little bit, only had a buggy arena commander, and that's it. And then once racing and all, everything was very buggy, but every single day, he played Star Citizen. A lot of guys kind of, stepped away from Star Citizen for a while, which I can totally understand. I mean, but the ups and downs of streaming Star Citizen is content, And now with 2.1, 2.0, and 2.1, these guys are set. Did I unmelt anything? Yes, I did, actually. I bought, a couple years ago, a $20 anniversary package.
Getting very, very crowded.
Thank you for the follow, Mr. Welling MC. But I had a $20 Aurora starter package, and I unmelted that. Speaking of, for that, thank you for the follow, sir. If you notice, you got 10 chits. I do have a new and improved bot now, and it's an actual bot that will track you every time you visit. If you hang out in the channel, even when I'm not streaming, I'm going to be hosting almost every single day. So you earn chits. And the more chits you earn, the more chances you're going to get to enter raffles. I'm going to start doing giveaways with raffles. I'll also be doing keyword giveaways. I have a 400 follower goal now, which I can't believe I'm at 325 now. But what's up, Galkirk? But we are, no, it's going to be exclamation point chits. And Sir Thorfinn, don't give a chit. That's a nice. So if you want to see how many chits you got, exclamation point chit in chat.
Very, very crowded.
I'll need to move over to chat before I start typing so I don't shut my damn... Let me make sure that's how it is. Yes. So exclamation point chits, and that is plural. That is our online currency. You can do bank heists now about every 10 or 15 minutes to earn more chits. And we'll probably start doing more Viscount. It's with an S, chits. Maybe I should change that to just chit. No, maybe so. Y'all let me know. Should I change it to just chit, or should it be pluralized? I don't know. Guys, I am still a very youngling when it comes to the whole stream thing. And so Thorfinn is going to start a bank heist. So, guys, let me know in chat. Tonight's going to be just one of those things. Crazy Eye Jimmy, do you have anything you want to talk about? Not particularly. All right, well, if you think of anything, let me know, buddy.
Alrighty. Let's be bad guys.
Oh, Berserker is hosting us. That's fantastic, Berserker. You should be in my show instead of hosting me. So I'm guessing Zerker's up. All right, guys, we're gonna do a vote. Let me know in chat. Should I give him a second chance? Should I try to pull up Skype and maybe get him in the show, or should I not? I did not get any messages, Zerker. Sorry, buddy. I've been checking Discord and uh-oh. Looking like some no votes, Zerker. I don't know if they want to let you back in the show now. And do you see this, Zerker? I dressed up for you, man. I dressed up for you. Let me pull up Skype. Let me see if I can get this working quickly. And then you can explain yourself and try to win back my love. Oh, we're We're a no man. I'm gonna call you MC. So you are a girl gamer. I apologize, ma'am. Welcome to the show. Zerker, I went to go to the movie. So Zerker, are you not at the house right now, or are you home? Can you Skype call or can you not? These are the things I need to know. Unless he might be chatting on his phone. He might have went to go see Star Wars. You are home. Do you want to pop in? If so, add me on Skype real quick because I don't have you in my Skype, so I need you to add me in. Crazy Eyed Jimmy, I apologize. Thank you for joining me, man. You're still a cool guy, and I really appreciate it. And maybe I'll have you on for a whole show soon, you know. But I believe Zerker is going to hop in now, so I'm going to have to let you go. If he adds me. Da 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 da. Looky there. Let's go ahead and give Mr. Zerker a call.
Hello. I apologize. The movie was longer than I thought.
What movie did you go see, you son of a gun?
Hello?
Oh, wait. Oh, goodness. Can you hear me now? Oh, God, I can't hear.
I went to go see Star Wars. Sorry, I can't hear you on... I can hear you on the stream. I can't hear you.
Oh, boy. Let me turn... Hold on. I know what I got. Hold on.
No, I can hear you on the stream, but I can't hear you on the chat.
Can you hear me now? I guess not. And this is why, guys. This is why we do this. Before the show...
Okay, I will, just before you do anything, I will... No.
What will you do? I can't... Oh, there's Ugly Jimmy. Okay. You still cannot hear me, though?
Oh, so I was gonna... This is mea culpa. I was gonna give away something on your stream.
Ah, right on.
No, I can't hear you. This is the delay.
Okay. It is showing everything good. I don't understand what is happening here.
Hey, could you get on Discord, maybe?
That I probably could do. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. And everybody out there, sorry, I'm not paying attention to chat right now. I will promise
We
get
could
right
at
back
least
on
use
it.
the audio from Discord.
Yes. Can you come over to the GHG channel and I can put you in my recording room?
It's getting very, very crowded.
Hey, thanks.
Is it you? Okay. GHG Discord? Because I don't see a GHG Discord. Could someone please furnish me with a GHG Discord?
I will throw you an invite right now.
It's getting very, very crowded.
There you go. In Discord chat is a wee little invite. And just head over to loading dock and I'll pull you down into the recording room.
It's not letting me get into your recording studio, so I think you have to drag me in.
Yeah, where are you at right now? Enter into the loading dock if you don't mind. The top voice channel, and then I'll pull you in from there. There we go.
Hello.
How's that?
That's good. There we go. I can hear you. Hold on.
Beautiful.
I can hear you now. Good. Excellent. No, I muted your stream.
Awesome. And I need to mute Skype real quick because that is going to. It's got like this crazy echo. Hey guys, how's the? Let me know in the chat how the audio is on your end for Zerker, please, if he in fact is coming through.
Hello, hello.
You know what? I think I'll do it right here. I'll just turn you down in Discord and keep you up in Skype because that's where my audio feed comes in for the stream. Okay. I think we're ready to go. Hey, greetings, fellow future star citizens. Gray-headed gamer here, and welcome to Not So Sober Saturday. We're starting all over, and today we have a very dapper guest, Ty Investinol, Mr. Bzerker01. Greetings, sir. Welcome to the stream. Better late than never.
Yeah, I apologize. The like I did the calculations and I should have had a couple minutes because I only live a couple minutes away from the movie theater. I thought I had enough couple minutes to come over, and then I was like, oh wait. Then the movie was amazing, and then I was like, okay, let's wait for the after the credits because they always have after the credits stuff in Disney movies. And then I looked at the watch. I was like, oh fuck, it's 9 o'clock.
Damn it, man.
Yeah, and I was like, my wife can confirm. I was just like, let's go.
That sucks.
Yeah. So, but in my mea culpa, I will be giving away a Mustang beta package for your stream.
Well, there you go, guys. A beta package. Beautiful. Thank you, Zerker. That is a kind gesture indeed. And you don't have to do that to make up for you just, totally bailing on me and breaking my heart.
Being a horrible person. Yeah. Apologize about that.
Actually, we just gave a Mustang Alpha away as well. So we'll have 2. And what we'll do is we'll use my new fancy bot that I got, Berserker. I'm like all professional.
Ooh, you've got a fancy bot now.
Yes, with my bow tie and my fancy bot. We'll do a keyword raffle. And we'll do keyword beta. What raffle? You are an amazing person. I even told him. I joked around for a minute, but I told him. I said there has to be something going on because you're one of the nicest streamers I know.
I don't bail on people. I really feel bad about it. I felt horrible about it when I was walking out of the theater because, it's that high after you watch a really good movie and you're like, yeah, it was amazing. And you're like, holy crap, I have responsibilities.
Right on. It's really...
I don't know if you've seen it yet, but you should.
No, and please, no spoilers, anyone. I'm going to try to go as quick as I can.
I will not do any spoilers here. No spoilers.
Awesome. So there you go, guys. I started. It's going to be... ! Beta in chat should get you into the giveaway for the beta package from Mr. Zerker. I hope. I don't know. It says it started. And yes, and also you can put ! Bzerker01 in chat, and that will also lead you to his channel. And put that up on our stream. Is it working? How do I know if it's working?
What bot are you using?
It is DeepBot.
Okay, so if you go to the giveaway, you'll see a list of people.
Yep, I didn't start it, guys. I'm sorry.
You probably hit start the timer.
Timer. Yes.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I've been using DeepBot for a year, and I still do it all the time.
So there you go. We are in now ! Beta. To get into the beta giveaway that Mr. Zerker has so graciously provided us. Thank you, Zerker. And no spoilers. Does it hold a candle to Empire Strikes Back?
No. It is not Empire Strikes Back. It may be akin to... I wouldn't say as good as The New Hope or as good as Jedi, but it's somewhere in between. It's not nearly as bad. Like the original trilogy was terrible, and it is nothing like the original trilogy. I will say though, it does take some time to get it going.
Right.
Like, it's not this is a Star Wars movie like right off the bat. It's very, as Mario said, it's very J.J. Abrams at the start, but then it gets going, and then just like towards the end, you're just like, this is a Star Wars movie. Holy crap! I'm watching a Star Wars movie. Right
on. Sound effects. That's what makes the movie for me, is the Star Wars sound effects. Did they hold true?
It's I wouldn't say it's exactly the same as all the Star Wars sound effects, but almost all of them, like the X-Wing, blasters, the blaster rifles. They even brought Han's blaster rifle back, or blaster pistol sound back. So
awesome.
So yeah,
good deal.
Yeah, it feels like an updated version of Star Wars in many cases. So, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, depending on how much of a purist you are. So,
Awesome. That's beautiful. I'm so glad. So while
so
we're at
freelance.
this, yes, go.
I was gonna say freelancer hype.
Oh my God, right?
Oh my god, that
You know
ship
what?
is so beautiful.
It I've got a list of concerns right now that people have posted. I want me and you to go over, but for just let's say 5 or 10 minutes, the reason I got you on is to go over the ups and downs of Star Citizen streaming. What the difficulties were. I kind of mentioned things earlier, but how about you give them an idea of what you've gone through to have a successful Star Citizen stream?
Getting very, very
Well,
crowded.
the very basics of it is understanding consistency. It's like at the very basic of it, it's the struggle of being a streamer. You know, any game, it's the same. You start off with nobody watching you, nobody interacting with you, and you just talking to yourself in a room playing a video game. And it's really hard to do it for more than an hour, especially if you're used to like gaming like this.
Right.
You know, just so what which I had to do and I had to learn because I was one of those things. I had to learn how to be an idiot
Shiny.
on stream.
Let's be
And I
bad
still do it
guys.
now, and my people who watch me will confirm that that's in fact what I do. Is I often will like make stupid little comments to myself, and I'm like, I'm funny, you know, because that's how I got through. That's literally how I got through almost the entirety of my first streams, like my early streams. I started streaming in November. The other thing that almost every new Star Citizen streamer will get over with, unless you're already playing the game extensively, is you've got to suck.
Right.
Just like with Star Citizen and just as a gamer, you've got to suck, and that's really difficult to handle when you're bad at the game and you're streaming, because a lot of people don't want to watch people who are bad at the game who also stream. Now, it depends. Some people are really entertaining, but mostly it's you have to have some skill. You got to
Right.
like at least kill one guy.
Right. But if you are fantastically, horribly a failure, and you're almost embarrassing bad, you know, sometimes that can be entertaining for a while. But you do have to eventually get better for people to stay.
Yeah, no, the key is to be entertaining. It doesn't matter what you do. The key is to be entertaining with Star Citizen. And I would say the most difficult part right now and starting out is that there is such little content for Star Citizen.
Right.
And you'll see people like WTFosaurus. You'll see people like even Baron. When they, you know, Baron started his streaming career doing Star Citizen. He got his partnership doing Star Citizen. And he's only played Star Citizen probably regularly, only about 4 months out of the last year.
Right.
And that was like when he got partnership last year till like August or September, and then he just stopped playing it because it's so difficult. You go in, it's the same thing. Like
Right.
at that time, it
Content.
was just Arena Commander. There's just no content, and
Right.
it's difficult to keep people's attention without content.
And that's what I was saying before you came on. It amazes me that WTF has played Star Citizen every single day for like what 400 and something days.
Something like that since Arena Commander came out. He's been
Yeah.
streaming it ever since Arena Commander came out.
I'll tell you right now, I couldn't do it. I mean, it's fun, but I even have to take a break, you know. And now that 2.1 is out, I can see. We'll say 2.0.
Yeah, just
There's enough there now where you can create your own adventure in the PU or the mini PU, and create all the content you really want for at least a good 3-4 months. You can make it fun, make up your own little, like Baron when he did the whole Benny's Noodle concession machine bit.
yeah.
That was great fun.
And I mean, there's lessons like did you catch my stream of me hitchhiking around the universe?
Absolutely.
Where I restricted myself to just getting out other people's ships.
Absolutely.
And doing the towel and everything. And that's what it is that now that we have more content, it's a lot easier to kind of do that kind of stuff and be entertaining.
Yep. And when we get a working party system, it's going to be a game changer. That to me, that's the only thing we're lacking is a functioning party system, because I want to grab my guys and slide in and
Yeah.
be with my group, couple ships, go out, you create your own games, whether it be scavenger hunts or whatever, and it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
that's the key right now is content. We need content for streaming.
yeah, and I think that's we actually were talking about this on Starcast, which is there's a lot of big streamers who've piqued interest in Star Citizen, but they don't really know what it is, and down the road they don't really they're having trouble with longevity. They're only streaming it for maybe one day out of maybe it's like an hour of one stream, which is usually 8 hours. They'll do that and then they'll stop because it's just not a lot of content.
Right.
And it's good to get those
Getting
small
very, very
bursts of
crowded.
information, but in the long run, it's actually kind of bad for the game because it doesn't set a good tone for people's first interaction to be crash, bug, crash, bug.
Yep.
And so it's better that people like myself, people like you, people like even people like Nighthawk Zale, who I know is in here,
Getting
and
very, very crowded.
other smaller streamers to the larger streamers in Star Citizen, that we continue to stream it because we're fans of the game and we
Right.
understand it and we can explain it a little bit.
Getting very,
Like
very
we can be like, it's an alpha, dude. Just chill out, you know.
Right.
It crashes. I've even made a joke about it on my channel. Like it's crashed so much that Bikeman, another streamer, who I really respect a lot, and I kind of try to do a little bit what he does. Though he doesn't do a cam. He did a stream of an early alpha version of DayZ, and at the end of the stream, he tried to kill himself. Just try to end the stream. You know, his character, I should say, not
Right.
kill himself.
Yeah.
Stuff on Twitch. It's the newest craze.
Yeah, man, that's being dedicated right there.
Yeah, so he jumped off of he turned on the Superman music, and he's like, "I believe I can fly," and then he jumped off of the roof of one of the apartment buildings and didn't die because it was an alpha and it was buggy, and he ran around everyone lost their shit because he didn't die because he set this whole thing up. And then he ran around the apartment building screaming "Alpha" at the top of his lungs, like losing it. He was he was laughing so hard.
Nice.
And ever since then, I have made that. I've kind of taken that as my own. So whenever like Star Citizen crashes, I go "Alpha."
Nice.
And it's become a thing in the stream. So like I even adapted the whole like I don't know what I'm gonna do when Star Citizen's stable. Like, it's just like I think a lot of us are kind of confused as to like. The crashes, you get used to it. It's almost like a reset. Like, okay, we're done doing what we're doing. We can reset it. And when it starts becoming more iterative one on top of each other, it's going to be kind of hard to do the creative stuff, I think, in some ways.
It is. Well, Proxys made a good post there, video of 5 guys in a Freelancer. And that is awesome, but it is tough to get everybody in the same instance. Now, I mean, you could probably collaborate with people already in the instance, but my deal is I want my buddies. I've actually I shouldn't say created. I've actually met a lot of great people and have become really good friends with a lot of people through my videos and Patreon and Discord and this and that, And I get home at night and pop on Discord and chat, and it's like, we're like buddies. Hey, let's go down to the bar and get a drink. But one guy's in Taiwan, one guy's in Canada, one guy's in the UK, that's the people I want to get together because we're already clicking, we're already having a good time. So give me a working damn party system, CIG. But take your time. I want it to work, but take your time.
It's not as tough in 2.1 from what I've messed around with it. It's a little easier. The real big problem is that the instancing is so limited in terms of people that it's difficult to get people into the same instance without it filling up quickly. Like you have to do it really fast. But it's still buggy and it's still got problems. So, but yeah, no, I agree. Like I've got a lot of friends. That's the reason why I founded Agnate was because the old, I think it was called War Machine. It was this old group of guys that I met playing DayZ, and then when we all stopped playing DayZ, and War Machine kind of broke up. I wanted a place where I could keep my friends, so I created a group called Agnate, and it became our Star Citizen organization as well. But we all just kind of hung out from between 2 years to people I've known online for I guess 11 years now. Like one of the dudes who's in Agnate actually was a groomsman at my wedding. Like I met him playing Halo online in 2005.
Nice.
Yeah, and I ended up living almost like an hour or two away from him for a bit. And so when I got married, I invited him to the wedding as a groomsman. We'd actually hung out before playing, we went to Halo launches. Like we went to the Reach launch together. We went to the Halo 4 launch together, and we had a tradition of always playing the entirety of the latest Halo game in co-op together. So it was cool. Since Halo ODST, I think was what it was. So it was pretty cool.
Right on. And you know, I watched you playing some of the old Halo not too long ago, and the funny thing is, I have never played a single Halo game. I'm not a first-person shooter guy, so
yeah, it's really like for me, it's more nostalgic than anything.
right.
It's more about like this is the game that got me into gaming. That like really, I mean, I played games before, but I never really considered myself a gamer until I bought an Xbox and I played Halo, and I started to get into the lore, and I started to get like I understood then like why people got wrapped up into games. But before then, I was just I was a kid. You know, I played video games because they were fun, not because I wanted to play video games. So
I hear you. And see, I've been a PC gamer since the mid '80s. Back when, I mean, shoot, I was actually gaming on a Commodore 128. You know, when you had to program your own damn games. And I've never made the transition to consoles. I've always tried. Gran Turismo held my attention for a couple years, but that's about it. Hey guys, is the stream getting choppy on your end, or is it just my OBS? Because my CPU is getting all maxed out again. I've got too many damn windows open again.
it looks okay to me. The one thing that I would do is it's choppy, starting to chop a little bit. Yeah, what I would do if do you have a like a Chrome browser up?
Yes.
I would drop the Chrome browser.
Is that
because you can look at chat? You can look at a chat through your bot,
Deepbot.
the bot.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing.
Chat.
That's what I'm actually doing. But I pull it up so I can go. I'm gonna to show some of the pictures and videos I want to show.
Oh, you're putting that in. The problem is that Chrome actually does pull a lot of memory, so it actually works your CPU a little bit more than others, and that's just the issue. So,
okay, if someone else told me I need to get Firefox for this,
it's a little bit better. Yeah, Chrome is great. I love Chrome. I use it myself, but I almost never keep Chrome up when I'm running it. That's the reason why I run a 2-stream PC setup. And actually, talking about streaming Star Citizen, that's one of the things that almost everyone has to invest in long term if you want to stream Star Citizen, because Star Citizen is so taxing as a game that if you really want to stream it, you have to stream. You have to build a streaming rig. It's not that complicated, but it can be expensive.
And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, okay, here's a question: do I have to keep Twitch Alert's dashboard open once I launch my apps?
Do you have the Twitch Alert download? Sorry, that's my wife.
Oh, bless you.
Do you have the Twitch apps? Like, are you running the Twitch alerts straight from the browser?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I shouldn't do that, huh?
One of the things you can do is you use OBS, right?
Yes.
Do you have CLR browser?
Yes.
Okay, you can run Twitch alerts. Has its own little apps which you can actually download the Twitch alerts.
Oh, okay, excellent.
Yeah, and then what you do is you set up the Twitch alerts on the Twitch alerts website, and then you copy and paste the link into CLR browser. Actually, you don't even need the download. You just can copy and paste the alerts to CLR browser.
I see it right there. It gives you a web address. You copy that, put in your CLR. Cool.
Yeah,
I'll do that. I'll do that after this stream.
Yeah, it'll help you a little bit.
See, guys, this is why I wanted a streamer on my stream, because I'm learning to stream by having a streamer on my stream.
Streamceptions.
Yeah. Awesome. So
and every other ones can all the other Star Citizen streamers can confirm that it's like the hardest thing you have to deal with, other than viewers and content, is learning how to stream.
Yes.
Basically.
And a lot of people don't understand. It's not easy to stream. There is so much micromanaging going on right now. From apologizing to my wife, asking her not to be loud for 2 hours, which I hate to do because this is her damn house too, to having 17 windows open and trying to manage everything. Mr. Super Tokyo, hey, welcome, buddy.
Tokyo Supreme.
So, streaming is difficult. I love micromanaging, and I think that's why I'm drawn so much to Twitch. That and being able to chat with people.
Yeah, the interaction is amazing. Like,
I love it.
I did YouTube videos back in the day. I did machinima for Halo back in the day. That's what I mean when I say Halo brought me into gaming. I mean, like, Halo brought me full swing into gaming. Like, I became a content creator before YouTube existed, and I had to host my videos wherever I could, kind of thing, to get people to watch it. And the one thing that's always a pain in the ass is not the two-way communication. It's like someone puts a little link, or someone comments on your video on YouTube, and you're like, "Oh, I have no control over you being an asshat," or "I have no way of saying thank you other than saying thank you," and then that interaction's done. And streaming is nice because you have that two-way interaction. Like,
Yes.
I can look over and be like, "Hey, Duty the dog, how you doing? You just said
Yep.
hi. I'm saying hello back."
And
And
it's
the
awesome.
Duty can respond and all that kind of stuff. So it's like having a two-way conversation, and the other party is comfortable being anonymous but still kind of being themselves.
Absolutely.
And, yeah. So
Absolutely. And you know what? I get this from you, Zerker.
yeah.
Just like me, are you a little bit of a social whore? Like you love that social interaction?
Yeah, you and I are probably unique in that in terms of gaming. There's not very many gamers I've met who have that social interaction. You have that spark that like when I was a kid, I'd always just be like walking up to people and be like, "Hi, how you doing? You know, my name's Paul." You know, kind of thing. I was like, if I was in a line, I'd make friends around me because I was bored.
There
And
you
that's
go.
what I do. And I I figured that you probably do the same thing. So
Matter of fact, I still do it to this day.
Yeah.
My wife doesn't like to go to new places without me because I'm the guy that meets everybody and always introducing and having a great time. And I couldn't be a hermit. I would cut my own head off with a dull stone if I had to live in a cave and be a hermit. There's no way.
yeah. See, my wife is she's very what is it? She's introverted, and so it's weird that I'm an extrovert and she's an introvert and we're married, but it actually
Yes.
works well. We kind of the yin and yang effect, where she needs to be introverted, where I need to be introverted. She can help me there because she can help me like pull me away from the rest of the world when I get too overwhelmed with stuff. Like
Yep.
as you said, streaming's difficult. It's a lot of micromanaging, and there's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff that nobody ever really knows. Like one of the biggest things about streaming, about any kind of content creation actually, is to create a community.
That's
And
right.
it's difficult to create a community without having viewers. It's that which came first situation. You
Yep.
need to have people to watch you in order to have a community, in order to have people that watch you. So you need the community to have people to watch you, but you need people to watch you to have the community. So it's difficult to do that, and you can go crazy trying to think about metrics and numbers and looking at everything and micromanaging and all that kind of stuff. So even I need to sometimes like stay in and be myself. Where I sit up and I play like Fallout and nobody's watching me.
Absolutely. All right, I am still like stuttering bad. Can I turn my bit rate down? Will that help?
Yes, that should help a little bit. The other thing you can think about is lowering your quality, your stream quality. If
I have it on
it's-
720.
I'd have it on fastest bit rate as well. Okay, let me pull up my OBS so I can see what you're doing.
I dropped it down to 1500 on the bit rate, and I don't know if that auto updates while we're streaming. Should it?
It should update, I believe. Let me double check. I would use also under broadcast settings. No, not under broadcast settings. General, maybe? No. Yeah, under video. Do you have it under bilinear?
I have it bilinear, yes.
Okay. And you have it downscaled to 720.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Advanced. I
Sorry,
would
guys.
Set your video CPU preset to, you use X264, right? For your video?
And that's under what?
That's under advanced.
Advanced is CPU 264.
Mhm.
Very fast.
Preset. Very fast. Okay, so you're good. Process. Well, that's multi-threaded. Yeah, I think that's the best you can do. I mean, there might be
Okay.
some things you need to mess around with.
We'll try that bitrate change, see if that helps.
Yeah, that should help. Yeah. So I see a couple of questions in the audience. If you don't mind me answering them,
Let's do it. Let's do
All
it.
right. So yeah, underscore says you dressed up for me. I see that, and I would like to say that Sandy dressed up for her when she went to go out and see Star Wars, and so did, I'm blanking on his name, the guy who does the videos for CIG. He had a full suit, vest, tie, like a nice coat. And I was just like, yeah, that's right. That's the reason why I wear this, just because you never know when you need to be wearing a tie.
That's
you never
right.
know who you're gonna meet.
Never know.
I saw a couple questions up here. I would rather watch a Star Citizen streamer than a main streamer with no clue with Star Citizen or what we all have to watch it grow. See, here's the thing about Star Citizen streaming is that Star Citizen streamers is about, and this is the weird thing about Twitch. There are people who will watch Twitch just for one person or just for one game. And those people look at League of Legends. League of Legends is a great example of this. And I think Star Citizen is going to be a League of Legends style game, or even Destiny has this as well, a Destiny style game where people will only watch that one game. They came to Twitch from somewhere else like YouTube or another community because of the game was being streamed and they wanted to watch it, and they fall in love with the content creators there. And especially when content creating in like Star Citizen is so tight knit, like you and I met each other because we were both on Domo's Starcast, which is a great place where a lot of streamers and content creators end up kind of coming together. But I've been on streams for. I've hung out on Supreme Tokyo's stream. He's hung out on mine. I've hung out on Nighthawk Zale's stream. He's hung out on mine. I've hung out at. I've lurked in Nighthawk. I lurk.
I lurk on Nighthawk too.
Yeah. But we all hang out in each other's streams, and we all know each other. We've all seen each other. If you've been in Star Citizen, streaming Star Citizen for longer than 4 months, I would say consistently, we all meet each other as a result. And so that's one of the great things is that because we all know each other, it's very easy for people to float from one stream to another because they're like, oh yeah, I saw Bzerker talking with or in Supreme Tokyo's channel. Maybe I should go check out his stream. And then they're like, oh well. Then I saw Gracchus hanging out, and maybe we should go check out Gracchus, and so on and so forth. That kind of progression of just people knowing each other as a result. So,
absolutely,
and that's nice. And there's a lot of people out there who prefer that over the for personalities. But the advantage of those big personalities for us as Star Citizen fans is that they'll bring people in who don't even know about Star Citizen. And I know it's blasphemy to say that not everybody in the world has heard about Star Citizen. But
it's crazy, right?
Yeah, but there's a lot of people, and they'll be coming in, and they'll say, oh, this is FPS. Oh, this is a ship game. Oh, this is an open world sandbox.
Oh my God, it's everything.
It's everything. Oh my God, this is the game I want. It's like, yeah, now you understand. It's like it's so difficult to understand until people see it. It's I can't think of it. There's several other I guess it's kind of like science fiction in general. When you say, oh, watch Star Wars, and everyone's like, oh, well, whatever. I'm not really, whatever. And then they'll watch it, and they'll be like, oh my God. And you're like, I know. And they're like, I know. It's like, oh, that kind of the you understand moments. So so that's hopefully a good thing. And I think there it is. That's the question I was looking for. Zale asked, does Bzerker01 feel like informative streamers are entertaining? To a degree. There's, I don't know how to put it. Informative streamers are great. Don't get me wrong. I feel that you're hindering yourself long term in terms of growth if you focus on information. Like Gray's great, but Gray's also a personality. Like Gray has his own personality, he has his own styles, and I'm sure Gray, once you've actually gotten to the point where you can stream the game and not have your computer chug, you'll do it, But,
absolutely. I can't wait, actually.
So, and that's great. And I feel like you'll be getting involved in shenanigans and all that kind of stuff. Well, you said you had your friends, and you're going to go hang out with your friends and fly your Serenity around or whatever, And by the way, the number of Serenities in this game is going to be ship's name Serenity is going to be way too high.
Yes. And I tell you, with the thank everybody that's been following here lately. Thank you very, very much. If you're not following, hit that follow button and exclamation point beta for the beta giveaway. You only got about 5 more minutes. So the main thing I'd like to get across is Star Citizen streamers in general are amazing family, and they everyone helps everyone else. Everyone, like Bzerker was saying, hopping on each other's streams and always supporting each other. And speaking of people that don't know about the game, Bzerker, I had a friend, matter of fact, he's going to be coming over Saturday for me to put a new power supply and video card in his machine. Mm-hmm. I got a new referral, and we made a new citizen Wednesday. He said, He said, "You know that game you've always been talking about?" I said, "Come on." I took him into my office. I popped it up. He signed up. He hasn't bought a package yet, but after he's watched a few of my videos. Yeah, he's gonna buy a package. So
Hero. That's just like at a certain point, like there's so many people who are like, I don't know about this game, and I'm like, do you like open world games? Yeah, but I don't know about Star Citizen. I'm like, I'll give you 6 months.
Yep.
You know, maybe a year. Maybe you might hold out till the game releases, but you're gonna buy this game.
Yep.
You're gonna play it, and you're gonna be like, holy shit, I understand. You know,
yeah,
that's
it changes games in general.
I mean,
It's amazing.
It's doing crazy things for games, and I think streamers, I think us being the family of streamers that we are, and who do Star Citizen, doesn't matter who you are, we understand it, and we also understand that this is the game that's going to help us become. I mean, there is a little bit of an egoism in streaming.
Yes.
Like you have to believe you're entertaining enough for people to watch you. Like I had a little bit of a come to Christ Roberts moment with streaming as of this last week or so, which I realized I was being very generous and nice and trying to do my best to just help everybody else out and their streams. And then I came to the realization that at some point I gotta worry about number one. Like I gotta believe that I am a streamer. I'm good. I can do well. People will watch me. People will show up every night and watch me, and they do, which is great. But it's one of those kind of moments where you have to kind of accept the fact that being selfish is okay. You know, It's okay to be selfish because you want to succeed and you want to create communities and stuff like that. So we're all very sharing communities, but we're all very passionate and driven. And because we see Star Citizen as being that game that changes everything, we want to be part of that. And we're being part of that by helping promote the game, as well as selfishly a little bit carrying ourselves along that path to being more recognized by either the community or by the gaming community at large. So
Absolutely.
It's getting very
So I believe we have got the ups and downs of Star Citizen streaming down pat.
Yep.
And I think I would like for us, if you don't mind, Zerker, to transition over to something that's very important, near and dear to me, and I'll tell you guys why. I pledged for this game 2.5 years ago because of a ship, and it's the background of this stream right now. And I have done nothing but dreamt about flying a Freelancer. I love being a...
I intentionally created a stupid little salute for the Freelancer alone, because I too love the Freelancer. It was the first ship that I bought that wasn't just, I need to buy a ship to get into this game. It was the first ship that I sat down and looked at it and like, I want that ship. That ship. That ship. Why? Because I like it. It's beautiful. It's sexy. It does all these sorts of crazy, great things. I want it. You know, that kind of like that moment. And I too was just like, and now I can fly it, and it's so amazing.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's broken. There's so many things that are wrong with it right now in terms of things that don't work. But the flying is perfect. It feels great.
Yes, it is. Now, we'll get to that. We're going to get to some of the concerns and stuff.
Okay.
Excuse me. What I want to talk about is the fact of this, just to let you guys know, this video that I'm going to be playing in the background that is now all jacked up. Oh, you know what? I am not going to be able to play this video.
Yeah, you're gonna stutter so bad. What I would do is I just turn off your screen capture for me and turn off your webcam while you're playing the video, and that will reduce the load, because a lot of the load on your CPU is actually your webcam.
Right
and
on.
Skype. So,
You know what I could do though? I could just play it straight off my computer instead of playing through this Chrome browser.
Yeah, you can play, if you have it's your video.
I may actually have it on my computer, you know?
Yeah.
So while we do that, let's talk about the Lancer.
Okay,
for me,
the downs.
the best low-priced multi-role ship in game. Not to mention it's beautiful. It's beautiful in a weird way at first, but now it's beautiful.
It's a flying penis. I mean, it's.
And what's better? What's better than a flying penis? Come on.
Yes, but I mean, it's got that classic shape of it. It looks like a rocket. You know, it looks like a ship you would see in a sci-fi movie.
Yes.
So.
Absolutely. And the great thing about this ship is it's a true multi-role ship. You know, it's got firepower, it's got speed, it's got room for your friends. It is just an absolute beautiful ship. Now I'm about to open a window here, and if we crash, I apologize. I might not, I might just not do it. I don't know.
We could try it. You could always link the video in chat so that they can watch it on their own. They can watch along on their own.
That's very true.
You should be following Gray on YouTube either. I don't know why you're not. If you're here and you're watching Gray, you don't follow him on YouTube. Go do that. You should also be hitting that follow button here. Just
no
saying.
doubt. I don't think it's going to play on that. Oh, this is the trials and tribulations of being a noob.
It's okay. You always go through these zones, and I would say that your overlay is fantastic. Like spot on, good. Like graphics good. You've got the green screen down. You've got everything good. Like it's just fantastic. And your needlework is also amazing. I will have to say. I love your needlework for your various hats.
Thank you very much. I have spent a lot of time with my hats, and today I actually stuck a needle through my finger just for this stream.
Just for the stream, I feel honored. I'm glad you got dressed up because it feels good sometimes to be fancy. You know, I'm fancy all the time, so it's a little bit. It's hard for me to kind of experience that moment, but it's nice to dress up every once in a while.
Absolutely, it is. And this doesn't look like it's going to work either. Oh yeah. Why are you not working?
Jenkins, I will say that at one point in your life, you have to fall in love with a penis. Whether it be fictitious or real, it just has to happen.
It has to happen.
Just one of those life things. So, no matter what gender, no matter what sexual orientation, no matter what planet you're from, it has to happen.
Hey, that is exactly what I did not want. There we go. How about that? I actually figured it out.
Hey, infinite screen.
Yeah, that was very weird.
There we go. Yeah, awesome.
All right, so let's. I'm gonna start this back towards the beginning. We will talk about the Freelancer and the concerns a lot of people are having right now about the Freelancer, which are very invalid, if you ask me. And I'll go over them here, and we'll talk about it. The raffle is officially over, guys. Zerker, you want to go ahead? You want me to go ahead and draw the winner now?
Yeah, feel free. Before we get into the Lancer talk.
Let's do that. We're going to go ahead and draw the beta winner now. And the beta winner is Biohazard 92. Congratulations, Zerker has stopped working. And I think it's my video. You know what? Video's off, guys. Video is off. This is not going to work. I apologize. Let's delete this. And that's why it that's why it did what it did.
That should be good, bit better now. You can still hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But
I'm
I have
I'm in a thinker pose.
Getting very, very crowded.
Oh yes, now I have this crazy thing going on with my windows. There we go. And what I did was I actually deleted my overlay.
Biohazard, you know, I'll just get on my ass and I'll get you what you need.
So congratulations, Biohazard. You are
I will say rigged as well. Rigged. Darn it.
Yeah, we're never going to get through this. You know that?
Yes, I know.
I've actually lost my overlay now. And here she is. Okay.
All right.
So what I did was,
difficulties.
what I did was I went to go delete that screen or the monitor capture and deleted my overlay instead.
I've done that before. I did that like 2 minutes before a stream, because Biogen, another streamer, once he told me about how to mess around with OBS to create multiple profiles, and I thought I'd done it, and the only way I could test it is to load up a new profile, and I tried to do it, and I ended up deleting my entire profile.
Nice.
So I had to it was like well, rebranding time, and I've got 15 minutes, so I did everything I could to like bring everything back. So
Right on. All right, so real quick, what is your favorite? Well, let me know first. This is my stream. I'm going to tell you what my favorite thing is first.
yes, take it.
When I first saw it, the best thing was that 2.1 came out while I was at work. I refused to go to Imgur. I refused to go to YouTube, and I didn't watch any streams except I did creep on the WTF stream during my lunch break, but they called me off a break within 6 minutes. So I actually saw him in the ship. I didn't get to see the ship, and something was going on, and so I didn't get to see anything. So I got home. My buddy Vengeful gave me his PTU information, let me get on his account. And on the video, guys, if you want to go check out my YouTube channel on the video, I actually, the bay was empty. I come in, I can't find it. I look around the corner, I saw it, and I instantly walked backwards.
This is just so amazing.
Yeah, I had this thing where I knew where it was then, and I backed up, and I was like, I didn't want to look at it. I was like, oh my god, here's the brand new redesigned Freelancer sitting in a hangar, and it always looks different than like concept art and things like that, And I actually had this fear of walking around the corner and looking at it because I was like, I love the old Lancer so much, and I think I had a click in my head like, damn it, am I gonna? I know I'm gonna like it, but am I gonna want the old Lancer back? And when I got in there and saw it, the restyle definitely made it less clunky and less industrial looking than the old one, if you ask me. The neck of it used to rise up a little higher, and it had like a cool industrial look. But to me, it looks more like it is a mixture of human and alien technology instead of just being, that industrial ship. The way they put the panels on, and you have that, you have all the panels going in like a horizontal line, and then you have this one sweeping row of panels right in front of the turrets. Mm-hmm. And the panels go at this angle going up, and it throws this cool little separation of. As soon as I saw how it looked, I was like, "That's it. That they hit the nail on the head."
Yeah, I think they made it perfect. And the one thing, and I will say, I will address one of the concerns, which is the cockpit. People hate the cockpit. Don't know why, because they think the dash is too deep, the field of view is too small, and I think it was Domo who said there's at a certain point you got to realize that not every ship is going to be perfect. The Freelancer is perfect, but there has to be flaws. If it doesn't have flaws, then it doesn't have character. If it does, it doesn't make it balanced well. And the Freelancer with those windows, it made me feel like I was in, like the Millennium Falcon, because it's still similar to that, or like the space shuttle, like looking at the space shuttle windows. Mm-hmm. That it kind of feels like it feels like a spaceship window. It feels like a trucking spaceship window. Absolutely. It doesn't feel like a fighter, which it shouldn't. It doesn't feel like a racer, which it shouldn't.
Right.
It should have that feel. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's so narrow. It's like, yes, but the HUD is holographic. Like I was like tracking a target, and I would see the HUD because the HUD's over there. It would go above the screen. It would go above the where the window and the bulkhead meet, and you could still track the target through the bulkhead, which I was just like, oh wow, okay. And I realized that the reason why they did it is because they want to force people to use a second seater, to have somebody else on the radar so they can track the targets. That's what it is.
Yep. And that was on my concern list. That's funny you bring that up. That is the very first concern on my list. Visibility. And my take on that is not every damn ship is a combat ship. You have a fighter, and you need this. It's just like an F-16 and all that. You have this big clear canopy, and yes, you need that. Like I love my Mustang Omega flying around in the PTU. Absolutely awesome, because there's nothing obstructing your view. This is a multi-purpose civilian ship. Has nothing to do with dogfighting, even though it is going to be fairly powerful. But it's a trucker. Look at, if you're driving a semi, you do not have, you got some big windows here, but then you have this huge blind spot. And then let's talk about blind spots. You're in space. Roll your ship. Someone said, well, when you're landing, they need to have windows pointing down and on the side. Why? You have automatic landing systems. Yeah, it's cool to land by yourself, and you can still do it by looking at your radar, but It's a big ship, and you have automatic landing. You pull up, you center, you hit the button, it lands for you for a reason. You don't have to have visibility.
It's not designed for that kind of stuff. Like, it's not designed to be doing a combat drop. You know, it's not designed to like be able to land in any condition no matter what. It's designed to be, hey, we're gonna go from point A to point B.
Right.
Okay?
With a lot of stuff and make money.
Yeah, it was as fast as possible and make as much money as possible.
Absolutely.
And as a result, it works for what it's supposed to. And the fact that it's good enough for a single player, but it really, because of that visibility, it rewards you for playing with multiple people. That's the brilliant of it, and that's the thing that's really hard to explain. It's like it's trying. The game is literally saying this can be flown with one person, but it can be 10 times better with 2 people. Like
absolutely,
and that's what blows my mind. It's just that it's the first time we've actually seen in a deliberate design choice to go. It's not perfect, but it can be if you have a friend. You know, that kind of like, wow, this is the game. This is gameplay. Like before, we've had fighters. I mean, the Connie is still kind of a combat ship. It's multi-role combat ship. It still has like the big windows and everything else like that, and everything has been combat. This is the first ship we've had that's sole job has nothing to do with combat. It has combat capabilities, and the Miss has combat capabilities. We haven't seen what the Miss looks like in terms of the redesign. The Miss may have bigger windows. That might be a thing that the Miss should have.
Yep.
I don't know. But it's Freelancer's not a combat ship. It's a truck. It's a box truck. It's your box truck.
That's right. It is my damn box truck. And that brings up another concern that was brought to my attention, which I think is very funny. The dash. They said the dash is so huge. Why is the dash so huge? They could put the seats more forward. Because look at, there is no other shipping game right now that is flyable that looks more. Thank you, Mr. Jenkins. Freelancer love, baby. You darn tootin'. There is no other shipping game that gives you as much of a spaceship feel as this ship. And there is a lot of room for my plastic dinosaurs. Done.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, is that, and someone else pointed out, I keep referring back to Starcast, and I feel bad because I want you back on Starcast, but your job is soul-sucking. Yeah.
No doubt.
Clifford, a.k.a. Miku, brought up the point, it's like, that's where you're going to put your stuff, dude. Like, if I got my papers, because I got to get stopped by the UEE advocacy and checked for my, all my smuggling compartments that they don't know about. I have to got my papers in order, right? I'm going to put my papers on my dash. I'm not going to put them in my, like one of my slots somewhere else where I'm going to forget. It's going to be on the dash.
Right.
And, where am I going to put my bobbleheads? Where am I going to put my dice? Where am I going to put my your toy dinosaurs?
Absolutely.
Like where I'm going to put my blaster rifle or whatever. I'm just going to leave it on the dash because I can grab it. That's what I do with like stuff in my car. It's the same thing. Why does a car have a dash? It doesn't really need it. We could remove it and get more efficiency, but it becomes a place where you can put things.
Right. So. And what's funny is, Rai said, and we will call this dash this land. Absolutely, Rai. So the dash is not a concern, guys, and you don't need your seat more forward, and you don't need more visibility. I do believe they may rework it just a tad. There is one change I would make, Bzerker, is the sunroof. If they actually slid that a tad forward and made the top strut as thin as the side struts and had that sunroof right there, that would be kind of neat. I would like to go. Yeah. I would like them to go that route. But if they don't, I don't have a problem with it.
No, I think that would be a good choice for like the Miss. For more visibility for the Miss, and then
absolutely,
because we haven't seen the variants, it's still possible they could do that. And
right. And we don't know. We don't know how different the variants are going to be. So they may. Because did you saw the design doc where they were? We had the last cockpit conundrum where they were like, "Oh, we hate the cockpit," and they had the bubble variant. They had all the other different variants. You never know.
And I know, but at the same time, like, here's the thing. Is that a ship needs character. It needs a character that you enjoy. Like the Mustangs have character because of their design, because of their lines, because of that massive visibility screen around you.
Yes.
It feels like you're in a hot rod of a ship, The Aurora has that character because it's got that bed that you can see out the window. Like that's cool. Like that's the Aurora.
Right.
And like all of the ships have a thing that makes them what they are. They're not always good. Like the fact that the Mustang looks like a hot rod is because it's made out of balsa wood and toilet paper. and will like blow up the first chance it gets. And the reason why the Aurora has a bed is because it's designed as like your coffin. It's your ship and coffin in one.
Right.
But and so like there are some disadvantages for these ships, but this is the first time for us who don't want to just go shoot things, but want to do more stuff. It's the time you can see the character of a ship that's not a combat ship. And
it's beautifully put together in a way that it's aesthetically pleasing, but it's still industrial.
And different enough that it's an alien ship. You know,
absolutely.
That it's partially alien.
Absolutely. So here's something for you guys out there. I'm not sure if you knew.
Very, very crowded.
Welcome to all the followers. Thank you very much for following. The Kronig FL33 waist guns that we had before on the Freelancer that looked so amazing that they changed out for these size 4s in this picture here. What's his name? Hold on. John Crew from CIG mentioned on a Reddit post that these are temporary and the FL33s should actually be coming back. They just have to design them and get them in game.
I don't like them. Like I don't like the current ones. Like the current ones, like it doesn't fit my style. But have you seen, like, I don't know if you played around in the turret, but the turret is what I expect the turret to be.
Absolutely.
Like
beautiful.
It's better than any of the turrets I've seen so far.
Yep.
And it's got perfect visibility. It's got the right size. It's just the right size. It's got the positions. It's got the kind of weapons on. I don't know what they are. I think they're M4As, maybe
3s or 4s.
Well, the 4s are the size 2s, and the 3s are the size 1s. And I think they're size 2 in the back. So, but they have the sound, the oomph of a Niski. So they could be something completely different. I don't know what they are.
Okay. You never know, but all I know is the FL33s are gonna be coming back.
Good.
99% sure. Now this was posted by someone from CIG on Reddit, and I'm so absolutely happy about that because you're right, Zerker. The ones on the side right now, I mean, I could grow to love them if they just don't need to be white. That's weird.
If they, I mean, I'm sure they hit like the right hand of God if they hit anything. But I'm
oh my God,
fire them because you fire them and all of a sudden it's the drums of hell bouncing in your ears, boom, boom,
all right,
boom, 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 forever. Like once I'm able to like fight with it, I'll give more interpretation of like the weapons and like how well it fights. But right now, because it doesn't fire very well, all that kind of stuff. So,
cheers, everybody. My wife just brought me a shot because I'm all dressed up. Cheers. She says I'm very fancy.
You are fancy.
Thank you, babe.
Shiny. Let's be back.
Oh, Captain Flynn is hosting us. Thank you, sir. Oh, God, I hate liquor. I'm a beer guy. But that liquor is good. This is whipped cream flavored vodka. And it goes great with a Guinness. And that, I won't remember the next day. But I'm just not a liquor guy. So let's move to the next concern. And big thank you, Mr. Flint, for the host. Yeah. Since we're on the gun thing, one of the big concerns I've seen on Reddit is the guns are too powerful. And here's my take on it, and then I'll get your take on it. You have to factor in a lot of other things than just having 4 size 4s. Yes, that's powerful. Take into effect that this is a big, heavy, slow maneuvering. You know, it's not an agile fighter. Limited visibility because it is a space truck. Now, if you had 4 size 4s on a gimbaled unmanned turret on, say, a small ship that's as maneuverable as an M50, you would wreck everything. But on this big ship, you know, it's going to be tough. You're going to have a hard time shooting an M50 or a Hornet or something in this big of a ship. You know, it's not a fighter. So when you do land a shot, it needs to count. Mm-hmm. So take into account everything around the gun, not just the gun.
Yeah, you also have to take in fact the visibility thing we brought up earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The visibility is poor, so that those guns aren't as powerful because it's much harder to hit with them. Also, you have to take into account that even though they gimbal like up and down, slightly gimbal, I think there's designed to at least. Generally speaking, you have to be this Freelancer. You pretty much have to hit the target has to be in front of you.
Right.
The target's in front of you. You have to hit it. And so, if you're a maneuverable ship, you could easily get around a Freelancer's guns. Now that's why the turret in the back actually helps a little bit because a good turret gunner will keep those smaller fighters at bay. which is what it's designed to do. It's not designed to destroy ships as much as it's designed to keep them away,
Right.
so that your pilot can maneuver to the point to get the guns on target. But
Yes.
because it's like an old timey sailing ship where you pretty much have to like maneuver the ship to maneuver the guns, it's a little bit more unwieldy. The ship isn't designed for combat; it's designed for
Right.
defense. Like
Right.
those goes that what that is a giant
Deterrent.
fu to anyone who tries to attack you.
Right.
It's not designed as a overpowered, fighting device. Now, I can see why the MISC was created in lore. To think about it in lore, if I'm a MISC employee or a designer, and I'm looking at the Freelancer, and I see the just the sheer firepower it has, I go, with a few modifications, this could be a pretty damaging fighting ship
Yeah.
because of all the firepower we have on this. It's not really designed to fight, but we can mess around with it. And so thus the MISC was created as kind of a, hey, why don't we take all this potential firepower and turn it into an offensive rather than defensive capabilities?
Right.
Because no one in a Freelancer is going to get into a dogfight with a Freelancer.
No.
If you're in a Freelancer, you're going to go from point A to point B, and you're going to try to keep pirates away from you.
Right. And someone in chat said balance. There's been no balance passes on the Freelancer because it's brand new. That goes without saying. So yes. Which brings us to our next, which is the speed. It's a 175 at the SCM or standard cruise or standard combat maneuvering thingy, but 520 with your afterburner. Did you see the video of the guy running a 43.9 second old Van Dervel pass? In a
Really? In a Freelancer?
Excuse me. In a Freelancer. 43 seconds. He was on the afterburner and boost the whole way through because it has unlimited boost like the Gamma did in 2.0 when we had that bug.
That's a bug. Yeah.
But 43 seconds in a Freelancer, and the lap, he said it took him 30 to 45 minutes to get a clean lap. Mm-hmm. The lap is absolutely spectacular. I'm not joking.
Flawless.
So that 1250 on cruise for the Freelancer right now. Once again,
Now
we will see balancing.
The secret is that what's insane is that afterburners is 500 meters per second. It's the fastest afterburner ship we have, bar none.
520 on mine.
Yeah,
when I did
520. Yeah, it's
That's
around
crazy.
500 exactly. But yeah, that's faster than any afterburner ship for anything else. And I think that underscores the point is that once they fix the issue with the boost, that the Freelancer's designed to go fast in a straight line.
And and to get out of the way, that's the deal with it. It works right into the guns. Yeah, they got big guns, but it's hard to hit things with them. But you can get the hell out, and that's what I want. Mm-hmm. If I look around and I'm like, okay, I don't want to mess with this. I want to have the engine power to get the hell out of there, and get out of the way of danger the best I can. Mm-hmm. Because
or if you would have decided to want to turn those defensive power to offensive power, you have just enough boost, and I'm sure this they're going to balance it. You have just enough boost to hit to shove it into that 520 meters per second and do crazy maneuvers so that you can get your guns on target and blow the guy away. It's just enough. But if you screw up at all, you're done. There's no way you're doing anything. So
awesome. All right, here's a concern that I actually had. And I actually saw someone post it on Reddit too. It's funny. I got in this ship, and it's the first thing I noticed. The yoke changed to the standard kind of 300 style yoke. And in the old Freelancer, we had that like kind of alien-looking dual handle yoke with the little handle thingies, which I thought was spectacular. It was awesome. But I instantly realized why they did it. I wish they hadn't have. But they are trying to combine a lot of the animations.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure it's also the same yoke we're going to see in the Starfarer.
Right.
I'm almost sure. And probably the same yoke we're going to see in the Reliant. So.
Yes. And it looks just... I didn't study it, but I think it's like the same as the 300 dual handle yoke. So that right there, I mean, it goes to show you that they have to do some kind of compromising because you can't have 60 billion animations for all these different kind of controls when your character sits down, So, but I was upset about that because that was one of the things that I absolutely loved about the Freelancer was that cool yoke thing. But hey, you can't have it all.
Yeah.
Here's one I'll let you get in on first. Rotating engines in the commercial. We don't have those right now.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed too. That the engines don't rotate yet. Now that might be a just a bug right now. I'd wait until we see 2.1 fully out before I'd start commenting on that. I would say that it's definitely something that needs to be reported to CIG as possible animation bug, because it could be. But the animation, they also may have taken the rotating engines completely out, because the problem is that if you look at the rotating engines on, say, like a Cutlass, if you notice, the Cutlass engines are just flipping all over the place.
Oh, they suck, yeah.
And they look ugly, when they're flipping all over the place. And they're trying to clean everything up to make it nice and but it makes sense with a Drake. It's a Drake. It's like lowest of the low style of ships. It's like getting I don't know. So it's like getting a used Corolla.
Right.
Like a 1998 used Corolla. It's the lowest of the low. It's got missing parts and just looks ugly when it drives down the road, but it's yours. And like people like that Drake style. But the Freelancer, if it was just flipping all over the place, it would look stupid.
Yep.
'Cause it's the way it's supposed to be. So they may have completely removed it because of how
Very crowded.
the eventual goal was going to be. Because I think they've even added that strut between the back two engines to give it gives it a little bit more of a structural integrity. But I think it connects the engines together. So
here's some crossed fingers that they took it out, because granted it's neat, but in the commercial when it jacks its engines up to turn around and go the opposite way, it looks like a metal T-Rex.
Yeah,
which is cool. But as soon as the Cutlass was in game and I saw this number, the whole engine's flip flopping like that, I was like, oh no, please don't let my Freelancer do that. I started thinking that way back in the beginning. Thanks for all the follows, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the show. Freelancer hype today. You came in a little late. We just had a couple of ship giveaways. If we can reach the
goal.
Yeah, that's
400?
400 followers. We're not going to do that tonight.
Yeah.
I would say 350, but I don't have a ship to give away right now, guys. So I just gave away a alpha. If you'd like to get into future giveaways, though, exclamation Patreon in chat, and I don't have a subscribe button. So if you want to support me on Patreon, I have 5 different tiers of rewards, anywhere from $1 a month all the way up to, well, I guess the rewards actually go up to about $20 a month. But you can get into ship giveaways at just $2 a month, and you get a much better chance for 2 ships for $5 a month. So check that out. I like to reward for you guys supporting me. That's what I think it's all about, is rewarding the supporters. So as little as $2 a month, you can get into a ship giveaway. We do it every single month. There you go. Exclamation point patron in chat. Let's go to the next concern, which is very important. Zerker, this is extremely important. Mr. Vengeful, you are too kind, sir. Thank you for the donation. Thank you so much, sir. You're beautiful. I'm gonna put that into my build, and I'm gonna actually write your name on like a SATA cable or something, buddy. I love Vengeful. He let me into the PTU. Here's the concern that it even got me, and I didn't say nothing on my video.
It's getting very, very crowded.
Our blue paint is gone. God damn it, our blue paint is gone.
It's all silvery and shiny now. Why shouldn't kind of be that blue cool stuff? Yeah.
Yep. And here's my thoughts real quick, and then I'm gonna let you hit this. It's got a cool old school airplane look, because if you get up real close to it, you can actually see little dents in spots in the sheeting and the rivets and all. I love that. And when the skin system is implemented, we can do basically what we want. And I want mine satin black. I would love to have a black Lancer. I think that would be beautiful. Oh, goodness gracious. Sorry, that was my fault. My fault. I probably just spiked my mic.
8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
Thank you.
Rip headphone users as well.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, headphone users. That was my bad. But once we get the skin system, it's all good. But this, I'm hoping they just put this out now, because I think each individual variant should definitely have a little bit of paint variation. That blue stripe on the Freelancer, to me, really set it apart from a lot of ships, and I want that back.
I think I will go against you on this one, only because I think that the silver paint job is a little bit more alien, and it's very
Okay.
I'll be in my
It's
bunk.
very different. You know, like we don't have another ship that's silver, like all metal. It gives it that industrial feel to it. Now I think there should be bits of paint on it. Look, we don't see
Yes.
it right now. Tiny little touches of blue somewhere to just give us an idea that what it used to be.
Right. Right.
Like I'm looking at this picture on your stream, and it's like maybe just around the edges of the cockpit, you see some black striping.
Yes. And on the back, there's a lot of black inside the hull, in the inside of the engines. It's all black.
So, but I think honestly the skin is designed, or the metal metallic coating is designed specifically for skins.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good.
And I think that's the thing. It's like it's a canvas. It's a canvas to make your own. And I think that's another thing. I actually like it because it's so plain and alien in terms of like its appearance compared to everything else.
Like
Because
Cutlass
it's
Black.
like, yeah, because its whole job is to be what you want it to be.
Except
Yeah.
the skin. Absolutely. Real quick, Mr. Underscore, thank you so much, sir, and Merry Christmas to you too. Underscore Bzerker underscore has helped me with my stream
Tremendously.
from the very beginning. He is so
Underscore's
knowledgeable.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I managed to meet Underscore in person at TwitchCon.
Is
We
he
hung
is he
out.
14? Does he live in a basement?
Yes, he's 14 and lives in a basement. No,
I knew it.
He is a typical. He's a very generous, I should say, but very typical Star Citizen backer in terms of like everything. But
Awesome.
he's a good guy. He's a good guy, great guy. Drank many a brewski with him, and took him on many crazy adventures.
Awesome. Oh, matter of fact, Underscore is asking right now, do you guys think the top-mounted eject ports for the beds are they on top? Because I didn't
on
go on
top.
top and look. They are on top. Because
Yeah,
they're
it's the beds are now basically what the Connie's beds are.
Right,
You know,
ejection
where they kinda
pods.
Eject them tops.
okay.
And
That's cool to me.
yeah.
It gets you away from the ship, straight up.
Yeah, and it's the one thing I don't like is that the animation's bugged right now. So as you get out of the bed,
You're all
you
clipping.
you clip through the bed.
Yep.
It's getting out.
Even in my video, that's what I was saying. I said this bed is entirely too short, or I'm entirely too tall because I.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Also,
The
if you
jump
get in the
down
top-
animation is beautiful.
If you get into the top bunk, one of the top bunks, I think it's the left bunk. The pillows are reversed, and so but you still get in the same way. So you're putting your feet on the pillow.
Yes, and also you're in that same exact one you're talking about. Your TV is offset to the left, and
so
you can't see TV.
Can't move your heads. Yeah.
Yep. I think we should definitely. I really hope they have an in-game browser where we can play like YouTube videos or movies or something like in our ships.
Oh,
Put it on cruise mode and go.
I think that's what the Mako is for. For the whole
Oh,
news van.
Yeah, you know what? I upgraded mine to a Tana. I got the skirmisher. I
Yes,
was
but I
gonna
think-
get the news van, and I was like, I want to get the news van, and then I was like, no, I don't have a single fighter that I own.
Yeah,
and-
and it's also $85.
That too. And
That's one thing I don't quite like about it. And being a streamer, I'm very opinionated, but is the price of something that's designed for streaming makes me almost feel like, hey, you do all our advertising currently,
So
here's
pay more.
85 so pay more money so
Yep.
that we can get more advertising out of you. It's like,
absolutely, we are, and you know what? That's funny. I was telling someone at work, we are the advertising department.
right now, I mean, eventually they're going to get out there, and that's amazing. Like we were talking about on StarCast, how Elite Dangerous actually took money out for ads before Star Wars, this latest Star Wars. It wasn't on
Whoa.
the theater that I was in, but yeah, there are ads playing right before Star Wars. of
What?
Elite Dangerous. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and what they're doing is they're using
Holy
that as a piggyback
shit.
to get more people into the game. And what's actually happened is because people have been getting into Elite, people have also been discovering about Star Citizen, and that's one of the reasons why we've been having such a big boom of new people coming in, because they're kind of like trickling in from Elite.
Hell yeah.
And which is good. And we were talking about it because there's a Star Wars. They're basically doing this so that there's a Star Wars movie released every year between now and the end of time.
Yep.
'Cause it's
Oh, and you know
So-
we got Rogue Squadron.
Rogue One. Oh yeah, it's a Rogue
And
One. I think it's called.
Rogue One,
Yeah.
and what
Yeah.
was the origin story? Is it gonna be
It's Han
Boba Fett?
Solo.
Oh,
Han
Han
Solo.
Solo. Cool. We get to see a young Chewie
Young
and how they
Chewie.
met.
Yeah, because it's like Han in the academy and everything.
Yes.
And so what I was
That's
saying
exciting.
was, for before Rogue One, we need to have a Star Citizen commercial. And again, Clifford corrected and said we should have a Squadron 42 commercial because Mark
Boom.
Hamill. Just have Mark
Yes.
Hamill walk on screen like his character and just like be like, "What? Were you expecting something different?" And then just climb into like a Gladius and fly away.
Yes.
And that would be just Squadron 42 on the screen. People would lose their shit, be like, "Mark Hamill's in the fucking game," And,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Unengineer. I'm sorry, no. Engineer. You sexy beast. Thank you, sir, for the donation, and Merry Christmas to you too, sir. Not Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas. Thank you, sir. And he said Merry Christmas too. I'm not down to him.
He's Merry Citizenmas, but yes, it's the same. Merry Christ. May we celebrating the birth of our Lord and Savior Christ Roberts.
Yes, absolutely. Let's.
Ventral does have a question. What CPU should Greg get? If you're building a stream rig, it should be an i7.
Yeah, well, I'm
equivalent.
What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to build a new gamer and use my existing computer for the streaming computer. Once again, I apologize. Wow. Hey, Oof. Better out than in. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, I have an i5-2320 in the system I have now, but what I'll be doing is just streaming from it and not running anything else, so it should be fine. And I'm going to do a 4790K in my gamer.
That'll work. Yeah,
right now, it's a good deal, and I don't. As far as I'm concerned, the Skylake for like a 5% performance increase is not worth it. And then they're coming out with a new one soon, and it's not worth it. I would like to get the 6 or 8 core, like the 56 or 57 something. I don't know what it is, but the 4790K i7 chip is a beautiful, well-rounded chip, and I'm going to use that to run.
It's hyper-threaded 8-core, right?
Right, 8-core hyper-threaded. And this game is going to take advantage of that deal. So, Underscore was wondering if the extra money for a 6700 would be worth it. No, the new chips, they only offer such a small increase over that Devil's Canyon is amazing.
They do offer better performance, not necessarily performance, but better efficiency. It doesn't use as much power.
Right.
So it doesn't pull as much.
Right, but
energy.
they've shown the actual performance increase at about 5 to 8%, which to me, the price for that and the dependability and the actual everyone knows how good that Devil Canyon's chip is, and also, I'm a married gamer, father of 2, single income family. I bust my ass to get done what I have to get done, and it leaves me about this much that my wife allows me to mess with, and it's a great deal for a beautiful performing chip. So I have to really budget everything I do, and that chip is absolutely amazing. The 5820K runs great. Now, Rye, that is the 6 or 8 core i7, correct? I'm not sure. Let Rye answer that one.
Back on the topic of the Freelancer. So I saw that and I wanted to talk about it because that is one of the things that people don't realize is that when you're building a streaming rig, what's most important is not your video card, but your processor, because that's what's going to take most of the load.
It's, encoding a stream, I found out, is psycho as far as, because you're not just encoding your stream, you're also playing your game, you're also running alerts, you're also running your bot, you're running so much right now. Like, I'm doing a very basic stream with a picture and 2 videos, and my poor i5 is stressed. I mean, stressed to the max. And my stream is absolutely rudimentary compared to, say, Bzerkers, WTFs, Barons. It is rudimentary. And my computer can barely handle it. But I can run Star Citizen, like Hangar Module. I run 100 frames plus. Arena Commander, I'm at 60 frames plus.
Yeah, it's difficult to run the game and stream at the same time, and especially with Star Citizen, it's so taxing because you want because like when you're recording, it's easier. It doesn't take as much
right. Oh yeah.
Load. But when you're streaming, you want it to look beautiful. And
right.
You want to show off the game because you want to want people to like watch the vids and be like, oh my god,
I gotta play
that was
this.
really cool and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and I gotta play this, but also like oh, it's really cool. This looks so crisp. I gotta watch this guy stream. You know, if they haven't seen the video or that kind of stuff, and you kind of have to downscale it a little bit to get it to be able for people to be able to watch it. Like one of the misconceptions of people are like, oh, I'm gonna stream Star Citizen in 4K at 120 FPS. It's like, no, you're not. No one can support 4K 120 FPS in existence right now.
Nope.
Because you have to stream to people all over the world, and so you
Right.
have to assume that someone on the other side of the globe, directly on the other side of the globe from where you are, has to watch this, and they're going to have latency issues. They're going to have not as good internet, so you have to like downscale everything around it. But
Yep.
if you can get the stream PC, it takes a lot of the load off of the main PC, so you can make the main PC work for you and get it as high as possible, and then squeak just enough efficiency out of your, just enough like bits and bit rate and stuff like that, so people can watch it and it looks good without them having to buffer every 5 seconds.
Yes. Yes, the 6-core 12 hyperthread is awesome. And plus the board it uses is the new DDR4 memory, the faster memory. All that's great, guys. The problem is the cache. It's expensive. And
That's
the
going to cost
problem
you like 15K, or not 50K. I mean, 1,500 probably.
right, chip
Easy.
and board with the memory.
Yeah.
Chip, board, and memory. And for 1,500, I can do chip, board, memory, case, optical drive, SSDs, a video card, all
Capture
that.
card.
Yeah. So that's the deal right now, and we'll get back to that in a little bit. Here's another concern for the Freelancer, because tonight is Freelancer hype.
Yes, Freelancer. Now we've talked about the concerns for the Freelancer.
Well, I got one. I have one more though,
Okay.
Berserker. One more.
Go for it.
Just one. I don't think it's a concern, but apparently other people do. I want to know if you think this is a concern. The picture I have on my stream right now, that beautiful side door. A lot of people said they loved the landing gear entry because it was so different. I not only love the side door, but I understand, once again, animations. Ladder climbing animations, getting in the side, not to mention EVA. Do you want to drop your landing gear every time you EVA? And then it would also evacuate the freaking
The
cockpit.
cabin. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think myself, not a concern. I love the side door. Shoot.
It actually and I'm gonna it's gonna sound weird, but it actually feels very Aliens to me. Like the movie Aliens, because they have the suit lockers, and you get into the suit like they're the like at least Alien Isolation. That kind of like where you feel like, and it goes back also to that shuttle feeling, like it feels like a space shuttle where you have to go through an airlock to get out.
Right.
And it feels like it's an airlock, because right now, because the door is broken, it doesn't actually open. You open the door, you step in, and you close the door, and you're in the airlock, like this door behind your door in front of you. So that kind of feel. In fact, if they could just expand the airlock just a smidge, just a little bit, so you can actually get in there and feel like you're in the airlock, and you can,
Or how about
leave
this?
the ship.
How about this, Zerker? That little room where our docking collar's at.
Yeah, that would
It
be
is
perfect.
That is my opinion, that's where the doors should be, because you could have both doors locked. The sleeping quarters, the bathroom, and all that would not be affected. The main cargo would not be affected. And that little room, you could have an EVA closet with your suit. You could have an exit door, and you could have the docking collar, and everything would be
the
golden.
exit door may be a little bit funky, because if you look at where like the picture that's on your stream right now, you see the top. You can see the little ring for the docking collar.
Yes.
And you see right next to it is where the guns are. So
Right.
it may be a little bit difficult, but I think
Very
that
true.
If you had it even EVA suit locker and like a ladder that could climb down from
Yes.
the from that again feels very, if you've seen pictures of the suit lockers and the airlocks for the space shuttle, that's exactly what it looks like. It's actually
Absolutely.
just a hole that they just kind of punch open.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
it's a little flimsy door that just punch open, and just kind of flops around a little bit, and as they get out. So,
Right. And Ryglich mentioned the cockpit now has a bulkhead. You're absolutely right, but your beds and bathroom and everything is also in that room. So
Yeah,
you would
so
have
you don't
to
wanna-
you have to
you
clear
have to
everyone
evacuate the
out.
entire area.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
clear everyone out. And also Ry was mentioning about that chip, the 6-core 12-thread chip. That's what they have. They weren't necessarily saying that that's what I should get, and I do get that,
Yeah.
buddy. I wasn't downing y'all. I'm so glad y'all. I mean, to tell you the truth, I wish I could get that, because that's future proofing. instead of having a computer that you need to update in 2 years, you'd have a computer you wouldn't have to update for 4 years or so. Thank you for the follow, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We are talking Freelancer hype. We are only going to run for a few more minutes. I'm already going over schedule, and I promised my wife I wouldn't. I'm gonna have to give her a massage and make it up.
I'll send her some flowers. It's my
And
day.
okay, Kelly
Yeah.
Bzerker said he's gonna send you flowers. He's very apologetic because he was late. It's not my fault. It's Bzerker's fault.
It's my fault. You can blame me.
She's shaking her head. No, she doesn't believe me, and I apologize. So, guys, we're only going to go for a few more minutes. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Make sure you hit the follow button. If you missed the giveaways, hop on my Patreon. You can get into giveaways for as little as $2 a month, and we do monthly giveaways. I don't have a subscribe button, so that's the only way you can do it. So now we're going to move to chat. Anyone that has a concern or something they love about the Freelancer, let us know in chat, and me and Bzerker will tear you apart and tell you why you're wrong.
Yep.
Grey-headed gamer, have you pissed? I've gone 3 times since the start of the stream. Vengeful, I have a bladder of an elephant, my friend. Bladder of an elephant.
You have to you have to really do so, especially if you want to do any kind of content creation.
Absolutely. There's a lot of times that I will stop the stream and I can barely stand up straight because I have to pee so bad, but I will sit here the entire time because I got a bow tie. So.
Yeah.
Anybody in chat? So, you wanted to bring something up before I brought my last concern up. You said you wanted to bring something up. Do you remember?
I wanted to talk about the cargo area.
Yes. Tell me about it.
It is so perfect. But it's also a little disturbing in that one of the things that I'm a little worried about is that cargo shifting during transport is going to be kind of weird. I know they've got the walking mechanism to walk down the cargo and everything like that, but we're going to be stacking stuff in that Freelancer.
Right.
That's going to be too high, at least, you know.
Yes, and it's dead down the center, all the way to the end, and that's where your turret's at also. And you have these little tiny walkways on either side. I believe, I don't know if y'all have seen it. A very long time ago, I made a Freelancer video, and we stacked the cargo on both sides and left a slim walkway through the middle, where you could get all the way back to the turret, because I stacked it all the way through with no walkway, and everyone just drilled me on YouTube. So we left a small walkway in the middle so you can get to the turret. I think that's a better idea than just stacking in the middle like that. How about you?
Yeah, I think that's a better idea too. I think that's probably a little bit better, style of going through it. I think the other problem is that, especially early on in the alpha and beta, you're gonna have a problem people clipping through the sides of the Freelancer because they're trying to get around the cargo.
Right, and you know that little. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And that's bad.
Yeah.
In the middle of combat.
The little room has the cargo on either side, and you have a walkway through the middle. Do that in the back.
Yeah.
If you look on the floor in that little room with the docking collar, it has 2 spots on either side of the wall where the cargo goes, and you walk in between to go from cargo to crew cabin. Do that in the back, CIG. And it's Bzerker and I's idea, so we want credit. Maybe you can give us like free freelancers.
Just put our names in the in the lore as the people who helped design the Freelancer.
Yes.
That would be cool.
Yes.
So
Grayson and Zerkiski.
Yeah, or Grayson and Paul Shelley,
Yes. Thank you, CIG. We'll be looking for that later.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking at chat. I asked him to ask something in chat, and I'm not even looking. And someone said something about the max. Will it fit in the hangar? Yeah, it's going to be a tad wider, but that's it. Even from the stock Freelancer to the max, it was just wider, and it's only going to be probably half again as wide, so it's going to be good. It is going to be awesome, and I swear I will take a week off work when they release my max. I cannot wait.
I too have a max, so you and I are of the same mind in terms of that.
And
Double the
you know
engines, double the cargo.
Yes, and that is to get the hell out of their ship.
And I think someone said, Water Buffalo was asking, is the Freelancer speed because of its being empty? Which is, yes, that is part
It's
of
possible, yeah. It is very possible. Now, does mass affects acceleration, not top speed? I don't get that because in space, it's microgravity, Thrusters will accelerate you until the end of the universe. A very small thrust. You just keep going and going and going. I understand it's a video game and you can't do that. But as far as acceleration in space, you're weightless. So what? I'm not a scientist, so the mass thing
it's a
screws with me.
Kerbal thing. The Kerbal thing does it all the time. Is the larger the mass, the more mass it has to propel. So it takes more energy to propel it, which is the change in velocity. It's when we're talking about the projection of like of something in space going from one place to another, it's called the delta V, or the change in velocity. So if you have a stable something in orbit and you want to change the velocity from one orbit, say from the Earth to the moon, you need a certain amount of delta V to do that.
Okay.
And the bigger the ship, the more the delta V.
Gotcha.
So there is an acceleration problem because the more mass you have, the more mass you have to push, and it takes more energy to push, which then requires a buildup of energy in order to do it. It's not instantaneous, energy.
Gotcha.
So that causes some. So that's where it comes from, and the mass does affect speed because of gameplay reasons.
Right. Absolutely.
Like that's the actual thing, is that speed doesn't matter in space. Acceleration does. Speed doesn't.
Right.
There is no speed limit except for the speed of light. That's the only speed limit that would limit.
So says Einstein.
True.
So
it could be different, but
LT asked, what freelancer am I most looking forward to?
Max.
Totally the Max.
Yeah.
Now, here's something. My second favorite ship in the game is the Der. I don't own one, but I love the boob ship. The only ship of boobs.
Oh, the boob
love
Lancer.
So if you want to ask a question in chat, that's awesome. LT Jenkins did it. Put question in brackets, and it'll stick out more on the chat screen. But yes, the Max is my favorite. The Der is my second, and then after that, I would probably, I don't even know. I love all the ships, but God, the Max, man. So yep, I love the Der. I want the Der. I hear you. Oh, what's up, Grib? How you doing, bud?
They're correcting me on a lot of the stuff. Don't forget that the faster you go, the more mass you have. Yeah, which is the whole
Gotcha,
empty squares. And
yep.
Yeah, but that's essentially what the point is, that the acceleration matters more than the speed.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah, Starfare. Remar, you're right. Especially with the release of the new artwork and when they're showing all that. Oh my God, the Starfare is, pardon my French, fucking hot. Holy
my God.
shit.
Oh my God!
It's so big.
It's the Serenity.
That is the Serenity.
It's the Firefly.
Absolutely.
With that
100%.
huge cargo hold, yes, and even where they put the the placement of everything is modeled almost
Get the-
1-to-1.
Yeah, and you got the little walkways around the cargo, just like the Serenity,
Yeah.
and then you actually have a lot of beds, because a lot of people don't know the Serenity actually had a lot of crew cabins.
Getting very,
Yeah, it
very
had
So-
at least 4 crew cabins on the walkway
sorry,
from the cargo
yes.
bay to the front, and then it had bays in the back with the medical bay that had at least 4 rooms there. So there's room for 8 different rooms, and each of the rooms
Yes.
are designed for 1 or 2 people.
Yes,
So you
but
could
they also
easily
had.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. And Rye has already told me about this. Rye, you're totally right. Berserker, I'm sorry. I interrupt a lot because of beer. It doesn't happen at the beginning of the show. It happens at the end. Continue, please.
No, I was going to say, just you can hold a lot of people in that. Like you can hold maybe probably close to 20 people in a freelancer, or not a freelancer, in a
Serenity?
Firefly class ship. You could easily hold 20 people comfortably.
Yes.
You could probably squeeze 30, and it would be uncomfortable. And then you could also turn the cargo bays into rooms as well. But
Yes.
you know.
Well, there is crew cabins. There's the med bay, but there's also staterooms, which a lot of people don't know. There is in the original Firefly documents. There's quite a few staterooms for guests coming on board, and then you have a Nora's shuttle that you can go and get some.
And there's 2 shuttles. So.
Yes, but I'm only worried about a Nora's. I'm sorry.
Norris, yes.
Ay ay ay. So guys, we've got just 10 more minutes, and I have to get off so I don't get a divorce. The only thing the Starfare does not have is a shuttle dock. You're absolutely right. If it had a couple small shuttles on the side, it would absolutely be the Serenity. And also, I'd love for them to come out with a actual solid cargo variant instead of the tanks have a solid cargo area in, like, say the back two tanks be cargo and then the front tank make into like more living space. I made a video on that. I hate to keep plugging my YouTube's channel, but I made one called
Plug away. This is your stream. Plug your YouTube.
I made a Starfare called Number 17, and I actually put cargo containers on the back and made it a cargo carrying Starfare, and I want that ship.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing.
Blank.
Here's the thing, guys. Honestly, if you haven't seen Grey-Headed Gamer's YouTube, it is like probably the most
Getting very, very
scientifically accurate in terms of like he's managed to, like, before anybody else even knew what a FU was, he knew he calculated the freight units.
Yes, and
to
for
a
you
degree.
new backers, that's what standard cargo units used to be called, were freight units, FUs.
Freight units.
And
FUs.
I actually did spend a lot of time to sit back and try to figure out a way to figure out a visual reference of cargo until I realized I could just fill the entire back of it up and divide by the number it's supposed to hold and come up with it that way. Mm-hmm. Which worked out to be totally wrong and in the end. But for, 8 months? 9 months probably, I had the only working cargo system. I'm very proud of that, by the way. Mm-hmm. And even though it's useless now because we actually have measurements and stuff like that, mm-hmm. When I made my first cargo video, I was walking on cloud 9 for weeks because I was like, I did it. And everyone was like, "Oh my God, that's so great!" And now, I go back and watch my videos now, and it's like, "Oh God, I was so cute. Look at me. I thought I was right."
But he also does. I mean, like, so you also do like the size comparison videos, like people could see everything that it looks like. I know you got a lot of help from people who pull out the models and stuff from the Holo Viewer and such.
Mr. Teller, thank you, sir.
Yeah, but it's a hail space grab. But seriously, if you guys haven't followed Gray's, you can go back and look at so many things that Star Citizen was, and even helps today to kind of visualize and understand the difference between an Aurora and a Mustang, or a Mustang and a 300, and so on and so forth. Like, it's just the visual representation is so helpful for people, especially when we don't have the visual representation for a Caterpillar. But
right.
Gray, did you do a Caterpillar one?
No, because all we have is the white box one. Teller did it, and he sent me the models. The problem is right when my overtime hit, and I've had absolutely no time to mess with CryEngine. And to let you guys know, the size comparisons are my new favorite videos to do. I absolutely love doing them. And I think Chow Lee asked me if I got to fly the new Freelancer. I believe that was your name. I'm sorry, my chat keeps scrolling so fast. Yes, I flew the new Freelancer. And it is my personal opinion that it needs to feel a tad heavier. Right now, it doesn't have that. It just may be because I've been mentally flying the Freelancer for 2.5 years in my head, and I had this whole idea of what it was gonna feel like, and it may be right. I don't know. They may balance it, but to me, I just thought it was gonna feel like this big, heavy. Every time you turn, you just slide and have to use your retro thrusters and all this stuff, and it doesn't have that feel. But the thing is, the Connie doesn't feel that way either, and I think it should. I think these bigger ships should really feel heavy.
They're going to get tweaked a little bit. Like, the Freelancer is nice and nimble, and I love it. However, there needs to be a little bit more yanking on the yoke.
Yes.
You pull it, and it's a couple of seconds of it. You can hear the of your engine
things
trying
shake
to fight against you, and you just slowly turn. And if you hit like the right boost at the right time, you could be insanely maneuverable and do some crazy things. But everyone's like pushed back to their seats, and it's really difficult for anyone to do anything.
And we should have like a lot of shaking and blur.
Yeah,
that'd be so awesome. God dang it. Underscore. Yes, the Max is going to be a racing ship with 4. What is it? TR5s? Isn't it 4 TR5s?
It would have been a great cargo, or it'd be a great ship for transporting racing ships.
Yeah,
because it's so big. But
and the thing is with the Max, to me, it is a blockade runner. It is to get cargo from A to B as fast as you can, and with those, I haven't looked in a while, but I think it's 4 TR5 main engines. Yeah. Holy shit!
That might change, but because essentially what it is, it has the same number of engines as the Constellation, and has the same firepower as the Constellation minus 1 turret, but if you look at the Taurus, it has the exact same. The Max and the Taurus are exactly the same, except the Taurus can hold more. That's it.
Yes.
And the Freelancer is smaller.
I'm sorry, my cat just jumped up onto my desk. This is
my cat does it all the time.
This is my buddy Mayo. He is a Black Panther that likes to bite me if I don't pet him. So I'm gonna pet him in the stream. He's got his butthole in the stream.
Does anybody who has twerks emotes should be spamming right now?
Yeah, the tail emote.
Yeah, no, I have the same cat. I have a Black Panther that likes to do that. He loves. He jumps up and he's like, pet me, pet my butt. You know.
Don't hit the microphone, Mayo. His name is Mr. Miracle Whip. Because we don't know why. All our animals are named after food. So weird. So let's look at the time one more time. It is 56. We got 4 more minutes, guys. I'm not paying attention to chat because I have a cat asshole in my face. I apologize.
Cat butt.
He's super great. I love him, and I wouldn't say nothing different. He's whacking me in the face, you jackass. I wouldn't say anything different because he bites hard. Oh, Proxys put it in. There it is. There's the emote.
My cat's name's Jack. We actually all of our cats are named after songs.
Nice.
It just happened to the fact that the first cat we adopted, she already had a name. Her name was Abby, and they called her Abbey Road after the Beatles song. And so when we adopted our second cat, we decided to keep the theme, and we called our Beatles album, and we called our second cat Jack Flash after the Stones song Jumpin' Jack Flash. And Jack, and also we said it. We've since retconned it to say Jack Ass because he is kind of a pain in the ass a lot. He's the big Black Panther who's always wanting attention.
Right. Hey, I think I know exactly what you're talking about. During my, we're sitting here and we're just having a good time, and he comes up and he just starts smacking me in the face with his tail.
Yeah, like, mine will just look at me and go meow, meow, meow. Yeah, and he won't shut up. He just constantly meowing.
It's funny is a lot of guys are like, "Oh, I got a pit bull," which I have a pit bull, but I got a Rockwell, I got a pit bull. What do you got? Ow! I got a cat that bites like a dog. How about that? I wasn't petting him correctly. And he has a thing where he wants to be petted a certain way, and if you don't, he just bites the shit out of you, and he looks at you like, and that's it. It's like, I apologize. So now he's laying on my keyboard. Hopefully it doesn't shut my stream off. So guys, thank you so much everyone for joining me. I'm sure I've missed a whole bunch of questions. I apologize, but today was a very fun stream. Last one for this year. There will not be a stream next week because it's the holidays and I want to spend time with the family. It's Christmas time and all that. Mr. Bzerker, thank you so much for hanging out. Mr. Underscore, if you could tell me, do we have a streamer in mind that we'd like to host and raid at the end, because I do not ever want to forget that again. Oh, what about that Bzerker guy? No, screw him. We're not going to host it.
Screw that guy. He's a jack. I would suggest either Cassius, who's a great guy, Hydro Big Bang, or Matauchi. All
I love.
People.
I'm not going to lie. I love Hydro Big Bang.
Hydro is so amazing. Like his choice of going without a camera, and this is a little bit more streamer talk, is that if you're starting to stream, no matter what you're doing, and especially Star Citizen, you have to make the choice of camera or no camera. If you make no camera, you have to be really, really entertaining, because you have to be something different, because everybody has a camera, and it's a lot easier to connect someone if you can see them than when you can hear them. And you also have to never shut up. Like, if you don't have a camera, people don't know that you're even there unless you're just constantly talking. And Hydro is so amazing because he never shuts up. He's great about it.
And and not to mention, he's amazing. He is the most amazing pilot I have ever freaking watched.
Stay away from him. Like if you see Hydro Big Bang in the universe, just turn around and fly the other way. Don't try to engage him.
Hydro is showing offline for me.
Let me refresh. Maybe he is offline.
Oh, wait, you know what? Skyhawk is on.
Yeah, he is offline. He just went offline, I guess. Ah, darn.
You know what? We're going to do we're going to do Skyhawk.
Skyhawk? Okay.
I absolutely love a Skyhawk. So, guys, we're going to host Skyhawk YT. And once we host him, then we are going to go over to his channel and say hi and all that good stuff. Thank you all so much for joining, for real. And congratulations to all the ship winners. And one last time, if you would like to get into some ship giveaways on my channel, head on over to my Patreon, exclamation point Patreon in chat. And we have multiple ship giveaways, multiple tiers of prizes. Head on over there and support the channel that way. I don't have a subscribe button. Let's go ahead and host Skyhawk. We're going to do that now. Hopefully that worked.
Yeah, they'll probably not be able to hear us now for the host. Yeah.
Are we hosting now?
We're hosting. They shouldn't be able to hear us now unless they're watching through some other means. You can end the stream essentially right now.
All right, excellent.